Hi folks, this is Eagles beat reporter Mike Kay here for NJ Advanced Media, and this is your No Huddle Show quick hit. The Eagles continue to monitor Jordan Howard's shoulder injury. The starting running back suffered a shoulder stinger against the Chicago Bears in Week 9 and has missed all 3 games since. On Thursday, Doug Peterson said that Howard had still not been cleared for contact heading into the Week 14 matchup against the New York Giants on Monday Night Football. Howard is pretty much the bread and butter of this running attack, while Miles Sanders has done a solid job in his place. The Eagles seem to have a lot of confidence in Howard because of his ability to kind of just hit a hole and pick up extra yardage. He picks up what's in front of him. Doug Peterson doesn't think the injury is going to be season-ending in nature, which is good news because he won't be headed to injured reserve. If the Eagles can take care of business against the Giants in Week 14 on Monday Night Football, then Howard, if he were to return next week or the week after, could be a huge addition to the offense heading into the final stretch of the season. The Eagles are still in the playoff race. They're still in the NFC East hunt. They need to win all 4 of their remaining games. So Jordan Howard would be a key asset when he does inevitably return to the lineup, if he inevitably returns to the lineup. Now, speaking of injuries, Giants quarterback Daniel Jones suffered a high ankle sprain against the Green Bay Packers in Week 13. Jones was seen wearing a walking boot on Wednesday. Both he and head coach Pat Shurmur made it sound like Jones has a legitimate chance of missing the Monday Night Football game. In fact, it actually seems rather unlikely that Jones plays on Monday. Now, if he does not play, the rookie will be replaced by Eli Manning, who was benched earlier this year. Now, Eli Manning obviously is a legendary name in the NFL and for the Giants. Former Super Bowl MVP, 2-time Super Bowl winner, has done a lot of good for that franchise, but he's also become known for his turnovers and his silly mistakes in games. The last couple of years have not been kind to Eli Manning. That said, he is entering a game where the Eagles and Giants all-time rivalry is tied at 85-2, and the Eagles have never led the series in the history of their rivalry. So Eli Manning's coming into a big game on prime time. He could play spoiler with the Giants against an NFC East rival in front of a national audience, and I think this will be a game that he really tries to take advantage of. Now, Manning has been sitting on the bench for 3 months and watching Daniel Jones have an up-and-down rookie season. Jones started off hot and then became a turnover machine later on in the season. Manning makes similar mistakes, so it'll be interesting to see if his time on the sideline has kind of helped him improve mentally from that area of the offense. A guy who won't be involved in this Week 14 Monday Night Football matchup is Mack Hollins, who was waived on Tuesday. Doug Peterson and Mike Grove both alluded to the progress that Greg Ward and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside have made in the last 2 weeks as part of the reason why Hollins was released. Ward and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside have combined for 103 yards and a touchdown on 10 catches through 2 games. Look for them to get more run opposite Alshon Jeffrey and Nelson Aguilar moving forward. Where we're at right now, this Monday Night Football game is big for the Eagles. They have to win it. The Cowboys have a rough road as well. They're 6-6. The Eagles are 5-7. The Cowboys not only own a better record, but they also own the tiebreaker over the Eagles at this point. So the Eagles are really going to have to win all 4 of their remaining games because they play the NFC East, and right now the Cowboys have a 4-0 NFC East record. They'll play the Bears on Thursday night. Then they play the Rams at home, and then they'll face the Eagles in Week 16 in an all-important matchup that will likely decide the division. Now, the Eagles' road to the NFC East crown will be like this. They'll play the Giants on Monday Night Football at the Link. Then they will travel to Virginia to play the Redskins in Week 15. In Week 16, they'll host that aforementioned really important matchup against the Cowboys at Lincoln Financial Field. And then they'll close out against the Giants on the road. Now, the Eagles have a much easier schedule just based on record, but we saw what happened in Miami in Week 13 when they went up against a team that came into the game at 2-9. They lost 37-31. So the Eagles really need to bounce back. They've lost 3 straight games. They're going to have to do the improbable and win 4 straight games. That said, none of the teams that they play have a winning record right now. The Cowboys at 6-6 are the best team that they're going to play. They're going to face 2 teams that have awful records. While the Redskins have a 3-9 record and have won 2 straight, they're not necessarily a heavyweight in any regard. And then the Giants have stumbled to a 2-10 record. Eli Manning now having to be thrust back into action should make this game a little bit more intriguing, but the Eagles on paper should win this game. Now, for all of our Eagles news, injury updates, and playoff picture updates, turn to the sports section of NJ.com. This has been Mike K for NJ Advanced Media, and this was your No Huddle Show Quick Hit.